Oh shit, here we go again.
Yes, here we go again. Last time I made a video not knowing who somebody is. Everybody lost their minds in the comments because apparently I hadn't heard of some guy that drew the balls for the Scottish Cup quarter-final draw. But there's another guy who I don't know. His name is apparently Bill Leckie, and he seems to be the biggest, most delusional, pandering, virtue signalling piece of shit I have ever seen in my life. He is suggesting that we should let Ukraine win the World Cup semi-final playoff spot because it would be the right thing and the fair thing to do. Absolutely not. Now, I don't care what Bill Leckie does. Apparently, he writes articles. Apparently, he writes books. I couldn't care if he fucking wrote books with tissue paper for the shite on his arse. I could not care what he does. But I do care when he comes out and he makes stupid suggestions and just for one moment suggests that we, as a nation, should let Ukraine win. That is absolutely madness. I mean, let's cover all angles here. First of all, Ukraine, proud country. I mean, why would they want to be handed a win? Why the fuck would they just want to be gifted a win? I mean, Ukrainians are proud people, conservative people. Like, why would they just want to be gifted a win? No reason why. Scotland haven't done anything wrong. We've got fuck all to do with Vladimir Putin's decision to invade Russia. We have not qualified for a World Cup now for what, almost 24 years. Why should we give up that opportunity? Because it's the right thing to... It's not the right thing to do. It's absolutely nonsense, and it makes zero sense. And the only way you can really suggest this, if you want to look good, if you want everybody to come and pat you on the back and go, oh, you're such a nice guy. This isn't like letting someone go in line, go in front, or holding the door open for someone. This is letting a team win. This is just handing a team a place in the World Cup. It's absolutely insane. And I don't get it. Why is every single Russian, being tarred with the same brush? I know that's what the left love to do. I know, they discriminate against everybody. I mean, just look at it. I mean, like, one cop does something bad, most of them are alright, but one cop does something bad, all cops are bad, But all of a sudden, like, one Russian guy does something bad. One Russian guy, invades a country, wants to declare war, and all of a sudden, all Russians are like the scum of the earth. All Russians are getting kicked out of sport and competitions. All Russians are made it to be evil. I've seen people saying that we should all go on like food, like review sites and like click on random Russian restaurants and rate them 1 star for really? Most Russians don't even, first of all, most Russians don't even agree with Vladimir Putin's decision to invade Ukraine. Most Russians actually get on with Ukraine. Like, Russians and Ukrainians actually are on friendly terms. It's not like these are two countries that like hate each other. Most Ukrainians and most Russians actually get along with each other. Most Russians do not want this war, yet we're seeing Russians getting kicked out of competitions left, right and centre. I mean, that's one thing, but now we're being told that we should just let the Ukrainians win. We should let the Ukrainians go ahead of us and qualify for a tournament that they haven't earned. They've got to the same stage as us. They haven't done anything that we haven't done. I mean, like, what? Like, what next? Should Ukraine let us win because England invaded us fucking, years and years ago? Should we play the victim card and be like, well, here, King Edward, that prick King Edward invaded Scotland, so Ukraine should do the right thing, and Ukraine should let Scotland qualify for the what? Nonsense, man. Absolutely fucking nonsense. And I genuinely feel bad for Russia. Like, they're getting kicked out. I mean, what about Russians that do not agree with Putin's decision? What about Russians that actually, are like pro-Ukraine in this matter, and they've like dreamt their entire life that I want to play in a World Cup, I want to represent my country in a World Cup, and all of a sudden you're not allowed to do that because you're being tarred with the same brush as some fucking dictator from the East. I mean, why? That makes no sense. This is essentially racism, or xenophobia, or call it what you want. I mean, but could you imagine if you tarred? I mean, if the roles were reversed and you tarred like someone else, the way the Russians are being tarred at the moment, you'd be an evil person. You'd be this, you'd be that. You'd have the boot thrown at you. But all of a sudden, it's okay to, you know, all Russians are bad. You know, it's not all cops are bad. It's all Russians are bad. All Russians are evil. Kick Russia out of everything. I mean, going on random, like leaving random reviews for Russian restaurants that you haven't fucking ate out of it and giving 1 star. What a moron. What an absolute fucking oxygen-thieving moron you guys are. Like I said, most Russians do not want this war. Most Russians are, you know, obviously feel bad for Ukraine. I mean, it is what it is. Don't want war either, but we shouldn't let them win a World Cup playoff final, semi-final. It is what it is, guys. We shouldn't. I mean, what next? I mean, literally every country over the years has been invaded. So should we all just should football integrity just go out the window? Should football matches no longer be played on a pitch, and we just play them based on, well, your country's been invaded 3 times over the past 2 decades. Our country's only been invaded once, so you win 3-1. What? What? Fucking no chance, Bill Leckie. What an absolute moron. What an absolute moron. Now, luckily, I did Wikipedia before I made this video because I was gonna bury him. I was absolutely gonna bury him, but I went on Wikipedia and I seen a few things that made me think, well, hold on, maybe he's not originally as bad as I thought. So I'll just leave it here, but he's way off here. We're all allowed opinions, you know, we all think differently, but this Bill Leckie guy is completely insane for suggesting that we should let Ukraine win. Nonsense, absolute nonsense, as is this whole thing. Russians shouldn't be getting kicked. I mean, if you want to fight back, if you want to hurt Vladimir Putin, why don't you just freeze his assets? Why, you know what I mean? You're trying to like punish friends of Putin. Why not just punish Putin himself? You know, look at the bigger picture. But of course, they won't do that. They want to, you know, they want to like punish everything to do with Russia except Putin. So that is what it is. But here, I'm not an expert on Russia or anything. We'll let Joe Biden wake up for his 10th nap today. Then maybe he can go and maybe Joe Biden can decide who should win this Scottish semi-final World Cup player tie. Should it be Scotland or should it be Ukraine? Let us know, Sleepy Joe. Let us know who you giving the verdict to. Who do you think should qualify for the World Cup? But for Bill Leckie, like I said, I had no idea who he was until I made this video. I was going to go, I mean, I have been pretty harsh on him, but I was going to fucking destroy the guy, but, like I said, I've seen a few things on Wikipedia that I actually agree with him. He said a few controversial things that I agree with, so, you know what, maybe we'll just agree to disagree here, but he's wrong. He is 100% wrong here. Scotland should not be letting Ukraine win. Nobody should be letting anybody win. I'm all for, you know, obviously we always do the national anthem, so we respect the national anthems. I'm all for letting, you know, maybe do something in solidarity, have a Ukraine, Scotland, I don't know, you know, fucking a halfway flag or something, I don't know, do something. I'm all for showing support, but to let them win, absolutely not, guys. Absolutely fucking not. No, we can't let them win. It's just, I mean, I would be embarrassed if, could you imagine if some team like let Scotland win because Scotland were invaded in the past by England? Some bloody manager. Imagine the Ukraine manager for the first time ever watches Braveheart and he sees Mel Gibson get beheaded and he's like, oh man, that's sad. I can't handle this. I feel bad. I'm gonna let Scotland win. What? Fucking no chance. Insane. Absolutely insane. Bill Leckie. Oh, I've nothing else to say. Bill Leckie, man, he's had a bad moment. We should not let Ukraine win. 100% we should not let Ukraine win. We shouldn't be letting anybody win. And, aye guys, that is it. Thank God Scotland's not getting involved in world wars, because we are a bunch of fucking fannies. We wouldn't be winning any war, but thankfully on a football pitch we're improving. We've got a chance, and I think we can beat Ukraine. I think we will beat Ukraine. And you know what? If we don't, we don't. If Ukraine win, if Ukraine qualify for the World Cup, then great. You know what? Good for them. If they don't, then they don't. So it is what it is. If they beat us, they beat us. If they don't, they don't. But we ain't gonna lie down. We ain't gonna let them win. That is absolutely nonsense. So, aye, guys, that is it. Let us know what you think down below. But for me, this Bill Leckie guy, he's, you know, he's out there big time. He is out there big time. Insane. insane. I mean, what next? I mean, let Ukraine win. Really? Really? And then, like, what about if a natural disaster happens in a country? I mean, do we let that country win next time, or, you know, I mean, like, what do we do? Or whatever country had the most COVID deaths, maybe we should let them win. You know, like, it's insane. I mean, I've never heard that in my life. Let's let the Ukraine win. I mean, surely Ukraine. I mean, if they're actually, you know, I mean, if they're actually going to go to war, they've probably got more important things to worry about than a World Cup. It's all right, you know. I'm all for the World Cup. I'm all for football, but I mean, if they actually are going to go to a legit war with Russia, then you know what? Them probably being in a World Cup ain't the best solution for them. You know, they should probably have their mind on other things. Anyway, guys, that's it. We ain't letting Ukraine win. At least I hope we ain't. I'll lose respect big time. If we let, I'm done. If we let Ukraine win, I'm absolutely done. Let us know what you think down below. If you agree with Bill Leckie, then you know that's what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to unsubscribe, like, but I mean, you are out there. You're out there big time. If you think we should let the Ukrainians win, I mean, so that's it, guys. And look at Shevchenko. That guy was good. He didn't need anybody to let him win. Shevchenko was a goal-scoring machine. So, I mean, Ukraine are capable of beating us. We don't need to let them win. It'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. Postpone it by all means. Delay it. Even if it doesn't happen, who knows? Maybe the World Cup could be cancelled. The World Cup could, I mean, we could have a world war. Never mind the World Cup. But to let them win, one of the worst ideas I've ever heard. So, that's it, guys. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Ukraine, Russia, and the war. I'm not going to go dive into that or, you know, overly be critical of it or whatever, man, because I don't really want to. Don't really know too much about it. I don't want to assume too much, but yeah. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully Putin can retract his army or whatever. He can pull them out. But for us to pull out of this game, absolutely not. Absolutely not, guys. Till next time. Peace.